Okay, this is step one of our Levain, and I'm going to start with an autolyse. So I will show you just the mixing of the flour and the water, not the Levain or the salt. I will add that after the autolyse. So for the exact amounts, well, I can tell you it's 270 flour and 370 flour and 270 water, but you can see that in the notes to this video. So I have the water pretty cold, since this is going to sit for a little while. I am just going to mix this with my hands. So I have the water in first, as we always do, and then the flour. I want to make sure it's in the center of the video. And my purpose in showing this, I will be taking another video in 2 hours after the autolyse, so you can see the change that happens to the flour during autolyse, and we can talk a little bit about why we autolyse. So again, autolyse, there is no salt. Normally there is no leavener as well. The only exception to that would be if you were doing a poolish, which contains a lot of the water of the recipe. So pretty easy. I'm just mixing again. I always try to keep these fingers together and use them as a paddle. I don't need to get this smooth. I only need to get it so that all of the flour is hydrated. So there we have. So you can see it's not smooth. There's just no reason to mix it smooth. We still have more mixing to do later when we add the rest of the ingredients. But I have no dry spots of flour, so you can see I'm just squeezing it a little bit to make sure that all of the flour is hydrated. And that's it. I am going to let this sit for 2 hours. If you remember the teachings of Raymond Calvel, our hero, generally an autolyse should be a minimum of 20 minutes, much less than 20 minutes, and you don't see any value in that. And it can be up to 24 or 48 hours. People autolyse for a different amount of time, and we'll talk about that when we return and look at it after 2 hours.